I forgot I had my sound turned off from recording. Let me see, that should be hopefully a good level. Maybe a little low, actually. If the game is, too quiet or too loud, obviously tell me. Um, so let me tell people I'm live and we can get into this. I have been wanting to do a run with the Demon Spear for a while. Just because, it's the longest weapon and I feel like that's something that might be interesting to look at. I don't know how useful that reach is going to be. I am going to try to get the Leo ring because obviously reach and thrusting damage is good for Leo ring, so we'll see how that goes. Um, but, fighting Ornstein with Super Ornstein with thrusting and lightning damage probably won't be super fun. Alrighty. Uh, welcome, Toast. I think... Okay, so we need to go to Shiva. I'm hoping Shiva won't be annoying with getting into Blighttown, because I know NPCs can be weird about moving when you want them to, but shouldn't be that bad, all things considered. I'll probably just dupe to get souls to get to the forest hunters. I probably won't be leveling health or endurance that much, just so I can get decent damage because quality scaling. But since I won't be doing a hoplite build, despite being a spear, and I probably should, but despite, I'll be two-handing the whole time, which means shouldn't be that or too much of an issue. Since I can just go to 27 strength instead of 40. Yeah. Hopefully this ends up being a somewhat interesting stream. If not carried by me, then by the weapon, because I don't know anyone who's actually intentionally used the weapon, or like specifically chosen to use the weapon. I know at least someone has, considering it's Dark Souls and pretty much every weapon has been used by everyone, or by someone. But, yeah. I don't really think that the range is going to be all that useful. Using a long weapon. I feel like this is an innuendo. This feels like an innuendo. I forgot that the hunter, the short sword sucks. Starting off strong with an innuendo before even fighting the asylum demon. As we should. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I think that should be everything. I mean, I need Demon Titanite, and I am not going to be fighting the Titanite demons in Sens Fortress, so that'll just be some duping, which is super easy. Yeah, I don't know what level I'll get to. I'll probably try to do the Gargoyles and Quelaag at +0, but I don't need to worry about getting large Ember or anything. So, I want to be at +5 by Ornstein and Smough, I guess. But there are 4 Titanite demons and Sens, I think. So once I ring both bells, I'll get to, I think +3, and then the rest in Anor Londo. I'll fight the first Titanite demon in the parish, and then also the one in Anor Londo. Because I feel like those are the most, not difficult, but the most important Titanite demons to fight. The ones in Sens are all exactly the same. The first one is really easy, and then the one in Anor Londo is the tiny room it's in, and how long range and fast some of the attacks are. Oh, I probably should have grabbed at least one more soul item, but it's fine. Long, long weapon indeed. That's what they called me in high school. I've had some pretty bad jokes on stream, and some of them are like funny bad. I think that one's just bad. There was a stream, I do not remember what the joke was, but I lost like 10 viewers or something. I lost a lot of viewers after making that joke. I do not remember what stream that was. Yeah, that was just bad, exactly. but bad jokes have their place, and one of these days I'll make a bad joke that is actually funny. I need to learn from the masters of bad jokes. Like J.K. Leeds, for instance. Or, I don't know. Actually aren't that many people who intentionally make bad jokes and somehow still make them funny. Should I get the grass crest shield? I feel like I probably should. I'm gonna. I guess there's not really any reason not to. You would make mommy jokes. Wouldn't it be mom jokes, though, not mommy jokes? Oh my god, I suck at pairing these guys. I don't understand why. Last time I did it, I did it perfectly. I was... Come on, please. No. Wanted him to fall. Yeah. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Almost forgot where I needed to go, but it's fine. ADHD will not hamper me today. Mom and mommy jokes are two different things. I agree, but the allusion to mommy jokes as opposed to mom jokes, in replacement of dad jokes. You know, that was the thing that I was getting at. I think. Are daddy jokes a thing? Like just making jokes about being a daddy, as opposed to dad jokes? Are mommy jokes just making jokes about being a mommy then? What a strong start to a stream. Talking about the intricacies of jokes, dad jokes, mommy jokes, and daddy jokes. Daddy jokes are about bears? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. You can have daddy joke, or there are daddies who are not bears. Those aren't the same thing. Alright, souls. I don't think I have a quantity stored yet, so I should just do the prompt swap. And then we're gonna need 15,000 souls to get the weapon itself, but this should give me more than enough, assuming I don't die on the way there, which, knowing me, I probably... Oops. Gotta get the crest. And I guess the repair box. I don't know how much durability it has, but that shouldn't be useful. I don't think. Okay, and now... Well, I should probably rest, actually. Prompt Swamp was introduced into Remastered. That didn't really exist, as far as I know, in Prepare to Die. And then they just never fixed it in an update, probably because it was too niche of a thing at the time they were doing updates. And I don't know. They also leave glitches in intentionally. So like the tree jump in Dark Souls 3 was left in intentionally. I don't think it was created intentionally, obviously, but like they knew about it. They just never fixed it. So it might also be the same case with prompt swap because it's too minor of a thing. It's not game breaking. But also, yeah, I don't know, they just chose not to. Or, you know, they didn't know about it. Either way. I really hope Shiva doesn't end up being annoying. Like Logan. I want to say Logan is probably the most annoying NPC to do their quest line for, but just because he's so, like, fickle about when he moves and stuff. But there are others that are also annoying. I remember... Is it Siegmeyer or Siegward? Oh yeah, too hard to remove. That's true. Yeah. Just not worth removing, generally. Anyway, Siegmeyer's is kind of annoying. At least I remember it being annoying. The forest hunters do way too much damage. I'm pretty sure most of them will one-shot me right now. Is it? I think it's Siegmeyer in this game. I always get Siegmeyer and Siegward mixed up. I don't even remember why it was different, supposed to say. Yes. Okay. I am glad I did that correctly. Oh, talking to Alvina diagros him? That's cool. I actually didn't know that. They're both Sigrid. They're both Sigrid in my heart. Oh, he just appears here? I thought I would have to reload for that to happen. Okay, do I need to talk to you again? Okay. I trust I will see you in Blighttown. Do I have a bone? I don't think I have a bone. Alright. I guess I could actually just Dark Sign. And then dupe again once I get down to Blighttown. And then hopefully this will reload things so that he'll actually move, so I don't have to worry about him just not being there for no reason. Hopefully. And then, yeah. I don't think Quelaag is resistant to lightning at all. So the damage on Quelaag should be bad, so I can just fight her once I'm down there. And I can come back up and take out the Gargoyles and the Titanite Demon. Yeah, Dark Souls is very consistent with needing to reload for events to trigger. And I mean, to be fair, Shiva is pretty important to a lot of builds. Like, he's the easiest way to get a lot of weapons. And he's the only way to get, say, the washing pole, which is the longest katana. Or, like, claws, which are certainly a weapon that you're capable of using. He also sells the Murakumo, so you don't need to grind it from the skeletons. He sells the Demon Spear, which otherwise has a 2% drop rate. So it's like... I think the Murakumo is also a 2% drop rate. I actually didn't know it dropped from the giant skeletons until, like, yesterday. Shiva for flip ring? Oh yeah, because you get that from the ninja guy. His bodyguard, question mark? Do you have to kill him for that? Or is there a way to get it without killing the bodyguard? I don't think I've ever used the flip ring. Is it the dark wood grain ring? Hello, Geophyte. Kill only? Okay. That makes sense. Havel flip. Is Havel flip possible in remaster? I don't remember. See, I could try it, but also I don't want to. It probably wouldn't be too hard. But it's also two NPCs fighting me at once. And like, I've already dealt with multiple NPC fights enough, having done the Lautrec fight like 3 times in the last month, which is more than I ever do it ever, because I hate that fight. I don't know, I guess they're not that bad. Would it be funny if I just... Well, okay, I get 1 attempt and then they teleport back up. But I also don't want to rest down here, because I don't want to have to climb all the way back up. Okay, Shiva is there, that is good. I'll do it after killing Quelaag. You think yes, but it takes more than it once did. I wonder if... Because Favor and Protection is percentage based, right? I wonder if Favor and Protection is better at 99 endurance than Havel's for that. It probably is, I would assume. Shiva. Give me your things. He sells the Flamberge too? Oh, I didn't know that. I should do a run with like all of these weapons. Just do a series of runs with Shiva's weapons. I think that'd be fun. Okay. Nice. Oh, good. True cosplay, I guess. I thought Havel was just a certain number of points. I didn't think it was percentage based, but it might be 50%. That's a huge boost, though. I mean, I know Havel's is already a huge boost, but if it's like 50%, I didn't know it was nearly that high. I don't have purple moss, but that's not really a big deal. I don't think I have purple moss. Yeah, okay. I don't think I've ever had this few things on my inventory. The first... I thought you got equip load up to 99, but it's just like huge diminishing returns. Because I know you stop getting stamina at 40, but you do keep getting a little bit of equip load boost beyond that. I just don't think it's very much. Alright. This shouldn't be too difficult. I have a Quelaag fight. Oh god. Okay. I mean, Quelaag's still not difficult, but that damage is not good. Wow, that is so slow. That range is pretty crazy, though. That'll be good for when she's, like, jumping away and whatever. Counter hits. Or, not counter hits. Instability damage. Oh. Okay. The range is good. Very useful. Jesus. I didn't think that would hit me if I was right up on her. Imagine dying to Quelaag. Couldn't be me. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never die to Quelaag. My hubris. Oh no, that means a Titanite demon is also going to be really annoying. Is Quelaag resistant to thrusting damage? I don't know. I don't know any resistances in this game other than, like, really basic elemental ones. Like, obviously, Quelaag is immune to fire damage. Centipede Demon is immune to fire damage. Not really weak, but pretty weak to lightning and fire, but relatively... or resistant to magic damage, so... I know basic ones. But, like, I have no idea the differences between the physical attacks. Not from you. Pretty sure we'd all like to deal some thrusting damage to Quelaag. I think that's just a very normal thing. Whole, like, demon half going on doesn't really trigger my arachnophobia. Don't get me wrong, I don't like it. But, you know, the upper half kind of makes up for it. Honestly, Quelaag's overrated. Quelaag's hot, sure, but I don't know. Priscilla? Like, really? Same for all physical resistance, and it's weak to lightning, and I'm still getting this damage? Oh my god. What a good weapon. I feel like it's better for PvP than PvE. The demon half and human half cancel each other out. I don't know. The human half is fine. The demon half is... Personally, I would consider a negative, but I know people who would absolutely consider half isn't good enough for it to cancel out the demon half for me. She's kind of, I don't know, very basic hot lady. Not my type. And don't get me wrong, I have some pretty weird hear me outs. It's just that Quelaag's demon half is not one of them. True, yeah. But think about, I don't know, even Guinevere. Like, Guinevere is just way better than Quelaag, but she gets the Awuga, but she doesn't get the, you know, other adoration that Quelaag gets. The weird one that I always go to share is definitely the Kazu from Monster Hunter. Guinevere isn't freaky. I don't know. I feel like she'd be a very, like, pleasure dom. Maybe that's just what I hope for. I don't know. But I have a lot of hear me outs, to be honest. The Kazu is just like my go-to because everyone's like, oh, really? Come back. I feel like Guinevere would be freaky if you wanted her to be. Kazu. I don't know what I should take from that response. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I'm going to assume it's positive. Can I hit her human half? I don't think so. Not from that position anyway. Ooh. Okay, I need to heal, like, right now. Okay, I was fully expecting an AoE, but I'm okay with this. God, this damage is so terrible. Hopefully, once I get better scaling, this won't be awful. But with just over requirements, this is awful. Ugh. DLC is going to be so bad. I'm not fighting Kalameet this run. I'll do Manus. Manus with low damage isn't bad, but Kalameet, ugh. Artorias with low damage is annoying, but not too long. I end up spinning on Artorias, actually, whether or not I'll do the rest of the DLC. Oh my god. Just stop being alive, please. I'm... Uh-oh. Okay, agreed. I'm gonna go fight the... I'm gonna fight Ceaseless Discharge just for the souls, so I can get higher stats and hopefully more damage. Then go up, take out the Titanite Demon. I know I said I'd fight Shiva, but I don't want to rest down here, and I want to use my souls. So I don't think it's a good idea. Alright, yeah, no. Ceaseless. I want to see how much damage Ceaseless will take from a few attacks, because I know, like, it has a relatively unique moveset in terms of spears, just because of, like, strong attacks and stuff. Doesn't it have a unique jumping attack or something? Or is the running R1, R2 the same as the R2? Okay, somebody mentioned the running R2, and I thought that was the jump attack, because usually, if it's not different, or if it is different from the normal R2, then it'll be the jump attack, but... Discharge from the cliff? Yeah, exactly. Okay, jumping attack is... I think that's the same as normal spears, but insane range. I don't know how motion values will affect the damage from the spear, though. I can't imagine it'll be that dramatic, just because split damage is dumb. We'll see. I can't imagine Red Tear Stone Ring would be that useful, especially with how low the damage is anyway. If I am really struggling to get decent damage, I might grab Red Tear Stone and Power Within, but I just really can't imagine that'll be all that helpful. The stamina regen will be nice, but... Oh, actually, I did grab Grass Crest, huh? I still fast roll with it, nice. I probably won't be leveling Endurance for quite a while, if at all. No, no hyper mode. Absolutely not. Damage from a normal weapon, but also hyper mode survivability, so I don't think that's a very good idea. I do have a run. I want to get it out this week. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. Where I use hyper mode. So hopefully that'll be interesting. I also went back and looked through a few runs that I wanted to do that I had written down from a long time ago, and some of them are actually really interesting, and I really want to do them now. So I'm excited to do those runs, and those will be like more traditional scripted videos like I used to do. I've been wanting to do a like analysis style video of all of the starting class weapons. That's so bad. This damage sucks. Okay. At least the jumping attack is faster than the strong attack and does the same damage. Anyway, I wanted to do an analysis style video of all the starting weapons from each class for a while, and I think doing like 5 days of streaming, or 10 days of streaming, not in a row, but over 2 weeks to do those runs would work pretty well, just because those would be very simple streams. And I think it would be pretty fun. I'd probably try to avoid using any glitches like duping or depth clip or whatever. Okay. Strength is probably more important first. Yeah. There we go. Strength soft cap achieved. Need 20 more levels for the dexterity soft cap. Is it? It's CC, right? Yeah, okay, so it doesn't really matter. And with the two-handed bonus. I think 20 is the first fall off, and then 40 is the second. I don't quite remember, but it's close enough. Titanite Demon, I guess. I don't want to fight the Titanite Demon. I hate fighting Titanite Demons. We might have to settle in for a long Titanite Demon fight. Yeah, I think glitches are really fun and interesting to show off, but when I'm doing an analysis style thing for the starting weapons, you know, that's kind of different. I need something like 94 endurance and Havel's Ring to be able to Havel Flip and be mastered. That's not counting a weapon too. Okay. So it is possible though. Titanite Demon hitboxes are very weird, especially the jumping attack. I hate the jumping attack so much. The insane reach is so dumb on like where they grab the very bottom of the pole and swing it in that like weird combo. I feel like the Titanite Demon moveset would probably work better in Dark Souls 3, but I'm kind of glad they didn't bring it back. Oh god. Okay, that's not awful, I guess. That's actually not bad damage. Also, welcome, Minnow. Yeah, that attack. That range is so dumb. Okay. That's 100% on me. Yeah, the jump attack is really dumb. You have to be backing away when they start it, and then roll backward at the last second. Actually, a lot like Manus's. It's not easy to dodge, but... The demon was hacking? Yeah, you're right. I should have won that one. Not my bad at all. Oh god. I do not know where you're getting your memories, but lightning is not great in Dark Souls 1. Like, lightning weapon is good, but that's kind of it. At least the hard bosses are pretty resistant to lightning. Yeah, it's pretty good in PvP, just because the long range and the split damage, but beyond that. Lightning was good in Dark Souls 2, that might be what you're thinking of. But from what I remember, lightning is definitely not great in Dark Souls 1. Okay, hitboxes. Are most things weak to it? I was fully under the impression that most things aren't. I guess I'll learn this time. I know like 4 Kings is weak to it or whatever, but Ornstein and Smough, or Smough is not resistant to it, but he is in phase 2, so he might as well be. Titanite catch pole. Oh, that's such a good weapon. Can I use the Titanite catch pole instead? But also split damage sucks anyway, so I don't think it'll be that great, regardless of how good lightning is. 5,000 souls. Lightning Dark Rapier? Like buffed with lightning? Or infused with lightning? And then, yeah. I assume buffed with dark, actually. Question mark. Yeah, split damage is weird, so I can't imagine this weapon will be that great. I don't think it'll be terrible for most of the game, but then, like, DLC is going to be awful. Infused with lightning, buffed attack. Okay, yeah. Infusions in Dark Souls 2 are kind of crazy. I don't know about, like, base damage additions. Like, I don't know. The Hide Knight's sword has base lightning damage, and I don't know how that works as opposed to infusions, but Dark Souls 2 is a real game. It's so great. I love Dark Souls 2. I really need to do that series with Dark Souls 2 like I did with Dark Souls 3. I also really want to do that with Bloodborne, though. Okay. Yeah, so if the enemy isn't resistant to lightning, I guess it's not that bad. What? Excuse me? No, please. I really don't know how I'm going to format the Dark Souls 2 playthrough like that, because I know I want to do vanilla and then scholar, but I don't know if I want to do like an area in vanilla and then do the area in Scholar, I feel like that would get repetitive. Just because going through the same area twice. I know I would like cut down on one of them to make it. Because I just want to point out the differences, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's not awful damage, and the range is really, really good. Okay. Okay. This is fine. This will be fine. This will be a fine run. Gargoyles, Halberd. That one's really good too. Can I use that instead? I'd rather use either of the weapons that I just got. At least in a casual playthrough. Too dark on my soul's delight too, indeed. That happened to me. Like 3 times a couple days ago, actually. It was crazy. I like how the Titanite Catchpole... Is the Titanite Catchpole guaranteed from the last... No, it's not, because there's a respawning Titanite Demon. So that wasn't even a thing that would be guaranteed. That was just a really lucky drop on the Titanite Catchpole. I'll do all tail cuts and all boss weapons for this run. Just to tempt myself. That was a joke. I'm not doing all tail cuts. Kalameet's tail cut would be so terrible at this. God. Lightning resistance. I hardly know her. I think this is better than Ornstein's Spear. Tailcut speedrun? Yeah, no, I mean, I already did that. I don't want to steal the idea. The only time I would ever do that is if I could beat their time, but I definitely could not. I'm not good enough at the game. Nope. Okay. See you later. The range is pretty funny. I will give it that. I forgot to dupe. Ah. Okay, whatever. I'll just kill one of the Titanite demons and then dupe that. Like I did for Petra's percent, where I just do all the runs and then record post-commentary. That would be a lot longer, though. 1 month to beat Minnow? I don't think I'd be able to do that. I suck at this game. Like, it seems like I'm good, but compared to other people who play this game for a living, I am so terrible at it. I guarantee you Minnow is better at this game. At least in terms of speedrunning. I suppose that's true. There's technically time save. You made a single mistake. There's your time save. I've never died in this game? That is true. Maybe I should give it a shot. Okay, can I heal? I think this Titanite Demon is stronger. Like, significantly, than the one in the parish. It's a new strat. Yeah, but like nobody has done a flawless speedrun, so there's technically time save. Ooh, hitbox. Okay. I guess it's not stronger. In fact, I think that's the same damage. Woo. Ow. I hate that hitbox. Alright, let's see if I can actually beat this thing. Could have done a plunging attack and then died instantly. Ah, the tail. I swear I know how to say words. That's like basically my entire job. No, come back. Oh. Come on. There it is. Do I have another bone? I do. I can dupe that. Or I'll just dupe 3. Is that -3 or -4? I don't remember. Okay, whatever. I'll buy... I think 5 will get me to -3, which will give me 3 more? -69? Okay, yeah, good idea. I'll just go to +5 now. Not 120, that's too many. Oh, do I have a solar dupe? I don't think so. Did I just press cancel? God damn it. I swear I know what I'm doing. Gotta do it for the funny number, though. It's worth it. Come on. Gonna hover over OK this time. Okay. Doing the Iron Golem with slightly more damage is really not a big deal. Funny number always, indeed. I am a slave to the funny number. Ew. Okay, I was looking at the chat and I guess I pressed the wrong button, but I've never seen that happen. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention this time. Drop. There we go. Oh, negative 68. There we go. Close enough. Okay, reinforce. I don't have enough souls because I forgot that I needed to dupe one, and I don't have any. I do not have a prompt swap rebind. No. I like the raw feeling of doing it myself. You know. No alterations. Just gotta deal with it. Actually, speaking of 69, we currently have 68 views on this stream. So if we get one more, somebody refresh the page or something. Pardon me? Oh well. I've never died in this game. Never once. Actually, lightning damage should be good against the snakes, right? Raw swamp. I prefer to do things raw, personally. And it's fine. Yeah, the longest weapon. Something, not the only thing that's long. I don't know. I think that officially makes the second just a bad joke that nobody will laugh at and is just not funny. But it's okay. We might set a new record today with the amount of just a bad jokes. I don't think I make just bad jokes very often. Smiled at it. No, people are laughing at the bad joke. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, yeah, now it's just fighting bosses. Should I do optional bosses? Also, I missed 69. We're at 72 views now, unfortunately. But close enough. It happened. It happened in our hearts. I don't want to do optional bosses. I'm not going to do, like, Priscilla and Gwendolyn, or Gaping Dragon, or Capra. But I will do Manus, I guess. God, DLC is going to be so terrible. Ugh. Oh, whoops. I almost never do Priscilla in streams. It's just, like, really out of the way. That's so awesome. It's just, like, unnecessarily out of the way. Like, I also love Priscilla, but if anything, that's another reason to not kill her. You know? Yeah, I only do Priscilla in private. That's not true. I've done it on stream before, but I don't think she likes that very much. She has feet 10 out of 10. That was Miyazaki's plan all along. He made Priscilla barefoot just so he would know. Those who like Priscilla, they're like him. Guinevere is a red herring. Like, she also has bare feet, but doesn't count. Priscilla's main thing is the tail, because obviously Miyazaki's a furry, and the feet. Okay, those souls are duped, so it's fine. Also, that projectile does pure magic damage for some ungodly reason. Thanks, Miyazaki. The barefoot women in the Souls games are untouchable. I feel like if anything, Miyazaki would want to touch the barefoot women. Someone modeling the backside of Guinevere, just like as a hobby project. That's really funny. I hope they finished it. I mean, don't check my search history after the stream. What am I saying? I'm proud. I'm a proud gooner. We know this. They're using it to learn to model. That's so funny. What an awesome starting project. I need to get back into 3D modeling. I have a bunch of games I want to make, but I'm not good at modeling, and I want to get good at modeling before I start making games. Like, I can do some stuff, simple objects and stuff, but once I start to get to, like, level design, just stops. I mean, level design is a different skill, but modeling the levels that I actually design. Not that I'm good at designing levels in the first place. That's probably my biggest skill issue when it comes to making games. I mean, yeah. I think we all know this by now, right? We talk about goobing, like, pretty much every stream. There's literally a channel in my Discord server specifically for that kind of thing. Link to the Discord server in the description, by the way, if you aren't in there and want to join. But it does not matter. No! Okay, that works. The channel in the Discord server, you need to have the 18+ role to see it. Shoot, would I goon for a mill? Oh, I didn't rest. I forgot that I didn't rest. I should have quit out. I don't know if I would have been able to and still get the kill, but I should have quit out. That's a terrible way to die to the Iron Golem. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. Welcome back, I Like Goats. I didn't stream for all of July because I was not home. And then when I did get home, the only day I had left to stream that month was the 31st. And I had to get a video done, so I just didn't have time to stream. But so this is my second stream since getting back. And then I'm not going to be able to stream for the first 2 weeks of September. But after that, everything's back to a normal schedule for presumably the rest of the year. Videos will still be coming out and everything. I just won't be able to stream. Alright. Alright, that thing's already switched over. I so rarely go through Sens Fortress a second time. What do you mean 100%ed? Like, gotten all the achievements or, like, gotten everything? Because, like, for Knight's Honor, you don't need Channeler's Trident, for instance. I still really want to do the run where I collect everything in the game and then start going through the game, each new game cycle with a different weapon. I think that'll... I do, what? Yes. You need the... No, you don't. You definitely do not need the Channeler's Trident for Knight's Honor. I got Knight's Honor on a... Because, like, wasn't that the meme? I might be thinking of a different weapon, actually. But I do remember a meme with a 1% weapon that you need. Or that you do not need for Knight's Honor. That a lot of people thought you did. And it was a 1% weapon that was really hard to get because there are only a few weapons that drop it that you don't actually need for Knight's Honor, and a lot of people got it anyway because they thought they did need it. And there was a lot of misinformation online that you did need it. Wait until who tries Kalameet? You not only cheated yourself, but the game. Fextra is bad. I wouldn't trust Fextra specifically. But yeah, this damage is... I forgot that this weapon is max upgrade right now. Damage is not great. I'm gonna get my Iron Golem Souls. Maybe once I get 40 dexterity, it'll be better. I feel like the only problem Wikidot has is like the like UX, and even then it's not that bad. It's just very information focused, and I prefer that. So Wikidot is my favorite, and it's generally the most accurate. Well, that's the meme, right? People waste their time getting the rare weapon, and then you don't actually need it. Reddit. I assume the Redditor who said that also got their information from Vextra. You would use Wikidot because fandom as a company is garbage, and Vextra as a company is also garbage and is wrong a lot of the time somehow about really basic things. Yeah, very, very mature stream. Definitely have not made several jokes about that already. Yeah, Wikidot is significantly more accurate. How long has the premium thing been expired? How long has it not been able to be updated? Yeah, the ads on Vextra are so annoying, especially the Twitch stream. Oh my god, the Twitch stream on Vextra is so frustrating. Yeah, I do wish Wikidot was a little bit more comprehensive, but wow, that range is actually kind of crazy. I should probably be playing carefully, though. I definitely need more stamina eventually. I started playing Dark Souls after Remastered came out. The first time I played Dark Souls, I think, was either late 2018 or 2019. It was the summer. I think it was the summer of 2019. I don't remember when Remastered came out, but I saw it on Switch, and I saw someone talking about it. I think it was Arlo talking about it on Switch, and I thought I wanted to try it because I had played a little bit of Dark Souls 2 and enjoyed it, but then my computer got broke, so I started playing Remastered on Switch, which is basically just Prepare to Die Edition. And that was my first Dark Souls experience, and I loved it. Obviously, I mean, I have like 800 hours in Dark Souls 1 alone, and will probably be well over 1,000 very soon. Oops. Genuinely just did not press the jump button. Yeah, I think there are only a few differences between Switch Remastered and Prepare to Die. What the? Okay, that time I definitely pressed the button. Elden Ring in September of 22. I played Elden Ring on release, and that was the first. Oh my god! I swear I'm better at the game than this. Jesus. But yeah, Elden Ring was my first Souls game that I played on release, and it really gave me a very unique experience with the game because I'd already played through the others a lot. And it's just like, I don't know, it made the first experience a lot better, I do think, but the follow-up experiences, it didn't help at all. God, I wish I could have played Dark Souls 1 at release. I know I would have been like 13, but actually, I probably would have hated the game back then, to be honest. Unfortunately, pre-ordered Elden Ring. I really wanted the like special edition or whatever, but I didn't have the money at the time. I mean, to be fair, Sekiro is really good. I beat the game anyway. You do hate the game? Hate Dark Souls 1? I mean, this is my favorite game of all time. I don't know how obvious that is with how much I've played it. Like, not only generally, but also how much content I've made on it and how many more plans I still have for content on it and everything. Dark Souls 1 release wasn't translated yet and had games for Windows Live. Yeah, well, I mean, on like PS3, 1.0 would have been fun to play, I think, especially with... I wish I had started with 1.0 Dark Souls 1. And I know that probably would have changed my experience with this series as a whole, but I don't know. I think that would have been fun. Dark Souls 1 is not really one of those games that I want to re-experience for the first time. Like, whenever people ask me if there was a game that I would want to re-experience for the first time, Dark Souls 1 is my favorite game ever by far, but it's not really one that I would want to experience for the first time again, just because the way I play it now, I don't necessarily enjoy it more than my first playthrough, but I forgot to close my window. It's fine. Whatever. Gmod CSGO to Sekiro. I mean, I feel like going from Dark Souls to Sekiro is also a pretty big jump because you have to not rely on parrying at all. Bloodborne around release. I bought a PlayStation 4 for Bloodborne, like specifically to play Bloodborne, back when TV Skyen was doing his boss designs of Bloodborne series. Like as that was coming out, I think I bought the PS4 when he got to the Blood-Starved Beasts episode. I learn something new every time I play Dark Souls. I don't remember what it was, but I think we were talking about it in my Discord. Lightning doesn't scale. Only magic does. Like lightning and fire damage don't scale on weapons. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 does feel very sandboxy just because the amount of options you have. I need to do... Oh, okay. The knee. I don't want to do Super Ornstein with a spear, especially with lightning damage. Ugh. Yeah, PvP is by far my least favorite part of Dark Souls. Oh god, everything's fine. This damage isn't bad, but Smough is also not resistant to lightning. Oh god. Damage on Ornstein is already amazing. What? Okay. Thanks for missing. Thank you, Smough. Getting pretty lucky, I think. I hate the Super Ornstein fight so much. Just like the hitboxes are weird. Probably some of the worst in the game. Also that. God, that damage. Ugh, I guess it's not the worst. It's pretty bad, though. Oh god. Another reason to hate Super Ornstein over Super Smough. That's way faster. Less common, though, in my experience. Oh god. Ugh. No! I think that kills me. It doesn't. We're living. Healing with Super Ornstein is scary, though. Oh god. And that's why... I'm alive. Everything's fine. Okay, maybe be a little bit more careful with this second one. I would love to first try Super Ornstein. However, I'm not very good at this game. Especially this fight. Okay. Oh god. Ugh. Hate that attack. The hitbox is so weird. I don't understand it. It's just scary every time it happens. Because, like, I do dodge it somewhat consistently. But it's still scary because I don't know if I'm actually going to. There we go. First try. Just don't get hit? Yeah. Great in a good way? Absolutely. Thank you for believing in me, Minnow. That was the sole reason I won. Oh, he actually drops the ring. I forgot. Super Ornstein is the one boss in this game that still scares me in a relatively casual playthrough. Yeah, Super Ornstein's hitboxes are so incredible. It's not like a terrible fight. It's just significantly worse than Super Smough. Yeah, this weapon, to answer your question, Nick Hard. That's I'm gonna choose to believe that's your real last name. That's your full legal name, Nick Hard. The weapon is lower damage than I would prefer, but I guess not terrible. Yeah, true. Good damage for how much resistance Ornstein has. Best fight in the whole game. Do I have Lightning Spear, like, Ornstein's Spear? Like, because the demons use that, right? I don't know if I am capable of using that with, like, the one-handed R1 or something. No. Okay. Yeah, Ornstein and Smough isn't that hard. I'd argue that they're one of the harder fights in your first playthrough. At least they were for me. It took me probably the most or second most tries. What am I doing? I don't know why I jumped up there. 4 kings now, I guess. Sick time. Ditties! I mean, I do have like 800 hours, so I feel like it shouldn't be too surprising that I... Has somebody done best feat in Dark Souls 1? Probably? I would assume so, knowing the Dark Souls fandom. Yeah, grass particles. I feel like... I don't know. The particles in this game all kind of look weird. Duo Super Ornstein fight. I don't think that's true. I'm going to be honest. I do know how it is. I am also frequently bad at video games. Sometimes I just pop off like that, but that is not frequent, I promise. Bonk. Welcome, Lumpy. I don't know who Char is, but welcome. I have the crest. I'm gonna go fight Hydra. I believe Hydra is actually weak to lightning, question mark? I hope so. Sanctuary Guardian is actually going to be a somewhat long, not long fight, but it's serious. Char from Gundam. That makes at least 2 Gundam fans in the chat. Gundam is one of those things that I want to like because a lot of people I know like it, but I just don't right now. I guess I've never really tried to get into it. YouTube has the best emojis? I don't know about that. All right, Minnow, I believe in you. Change my whole life. Make me like Gundam. There we go. The halberd, the Black Knight halberd, after getting the catch pole and the Gargoyle halberd from the boss instead of having to go to Anor Londo to get it. Okay, I need to be careful. Hydra is so annoying. There we go. Oh, you can't aim it down? Ouchie. You can aim the spear slightly up, but not down, I think. Yeah, that's why I've heard Gundam is cool. But it's never really, like, the designs and stuff have never really caught my interest. I mean, a couple of them have, especially more recently. But, generally, I don't know. Oh, so that is Char? Okay. I trust you. Will the, you're calling them your princess make more sense after you get me into the series? I trust. I might die to Hydra, though. Like I said, I might die to Hydra. I probably shouldn't use that second heal, but it's fine. Weapons aimed down? What do you mean? Also, the last head, if I have to use... Whoa! Oh, okay, my bad. If I end up having to use... or having to take out the final head, the range should make that pretty easy. Also, maybe not rolling directly into one of the attacks might be useful. Make this slightly better. Yeah. Oh, right, I can aim down. You just can't aim very far down. I was expecting to be able to aim down more with the golem. I forgot I aimed down with the golem. Yeah, I guess it's slightly down. Your favorite weapon? I don't think... I've never actually seen anyone use this weapon. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I don't think there were many people here. I've never actually seen anyone specifically go out of their way to use this weapon, which is kind of why I'm using it. Okay. Demon with Dark Wood Grain Ring and Stamina Boosting Equipment. Eagle Shield. The Eagle Shield, I feel like, is like oddly good for when you get it and it's weighted and everything. I remember using that in my first playthrough. Only a little bit, but there we go. Good range. Silver Knight Straight Sword. So I did a run with the Silver Knight Straight Sword, and I was gonna make a scripted video out of it, doing like a cosplay run or whatever, like I did with the and I think it worked better as an unscripted thing, like I did with my whip video, or maybe as a stream, but I don't know. I want to make a video out of it, I think. Yeah, true. I have heard it's good in PvP, and I feel like with the range and the split damage and stuff, it would be good for PvP, but I also never touch PvP. Silver Knight Spear. Isn't the Silver Knight Spear also incredibly long? Like the Demon Spear, just not quite as long. Upgrading shields is actually really useful. Butterfly Horn were everywhere? Really? I didn't think Butterfly Horn would be common, actually. I've never used the Butterfly Horn. That's another one I want to use. I want to use a lot of weapons in this game eventually. The armor and sword do not suck. Question mark? I used them last week. And I edited that into a video. And they're like... Well, the armor kind of sucks. But the sword is actually pretty good. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't not play it because of backstabbing. It's just kind of not my thing. I'm just not big on PvP generally. But even in my favorite game, you know. Butterfly Horn shares the longest range in the game? I had no idea. I don't even remember where I learned that the Demon Spear is the longest weapon. Probably some random person said it while I was streaming. It might have been Trev, actually. I'll have to try Butterfly Horn at some point for sure. Long. I suck at Armored Core 6 anyway, so I guarantee you I would be terrible at that. I really want to like Armored Core. Like, I really do. But I'm just terrible at it. Like, not using my natural playstyle and learning a new one. I'd be pretty terrible at it. I do suck. Actually, not very often. Unfortunately, I have an oral fixation. However, I also have texture issues. So I need a chew toy. Like, I know that's a very stereotypical autistic thing, but there are times where I'll just like start chewing on random things and not realize that I'm doing it. So I feel like I should actually get one of those silicone necklace chew toys. Big Girl Pipeline? Oh no, I fell down that a long time ago. But yeah, I don't know. With Armored Core, like the way that I was playing, I wanted to play with high mobility, just because I think that's more fun generally, but I am so terrible at it. I spent like 2 or 3 hours on the boss. I don't remember his name. I think I started with a B or something. And he like spews fire everywhere. He has the shield. The teeth must be broken. Whose teeth? Wait, whose teeth must be broken? I don't know. The lore isn't really my thing though. The gameplay is why I play most games. Yeah, Balteus, that one. God, it took forever. Puppy girls are kind of cool. It's true. Sift teeth from sword? That's an interesting combination of words. I'm gonna grab the Hornet Ring. What? Okay, immediately mess up my first dodge. I do not know the timing on spears, apparently. Okay, that's not terrible damage. I should heal. Just skill issue can be the thing that kills me instead. Wait. From very far. Looking at the chat during a boss fight is probably not something I should be doing, to be honest. Just gonna heal. Thanks for the opportunity to heal. Ooh, insta. There we go. Easy. Alright, have a good day, Frankie. Thank you for joining while you could. Armored Core 6 is more intense. I saw someone say that the it's somewhere in there that the PS3 games were some of the better ones. But I don't know how common of an opinion that is. I did really enjoy Armored Core 6. I keep wanting to say Animal Crossing because AC is just Animal Crossing in my brain. I did enjoy playing Armored Core 6. I was just really bad at it, and then once I got to Balteus, I just really did not want to continue. I forgot Lautrec again. Oh my god. How do I always forget Lautrec? Every single time. It's fine. Goob more. Bit more rusty and goobing. It's true. I'm very rusty at goobing. Yeah, my ADHD brain also has to look at chat. Also because looking at chat is like my favorite thing to do while streaming. It's like the main reason that I stream instead of just making videos. But yeah, ADHD is definitely very damaging to my ability to play the video game. The goob joke is pretty perfect. I mean, I still call the ring of favor and protection the goob ring, so... and I brought it up in a couple videos, I think. This weapon just doesn't goob, you know? I have to be the one goobing, and that's just really tiring. Especially when I'm using a weapon that isn't assisting my goobage. God, goobage is such a terrible word. I have regrets. I've never understood the dislike for certain words, like moist. I don't know. It feels satisfying to me, but that might also just be autism. But goobage is definitely a word that I understand disliking. Once again, does feel kind of satisfying to me, but okay. Ouch. Can I make the weapon goob hard? Unfortunately, I've kind of done all I can for damage, outside of like Red Tearstone Ring and Power Within. I do know that the Four Kings are weak to lightning, so hopefully the whole DPS check thing won't be too much of an issue. Outgoob them. I'll do it. I don't think you ever showed me the LeBron James unequip the fat ring meme. You'll have to do that. It is the longest weapon, sure, but like it's all bark and no bite, you know what I mean? It's long, but no goop. No hyper goop. I'm just gonna drop one hyper goob in the run that's coming out that I use hyper mode in, just like some random fight. Like I got into hyper goob mode and beat the boss and just never draw attention to it or bring it up again. It's long but no goop. Yeah, exactly. See, you're getting that. Pardon me. Please. There we go. My goob trainer to 2 times a week. All right. I can do that. The thing is, I have a very specific thing in mind. And potentially one person... Oh, I didn't pick up the bow in the beginning of the game. That's fine. I should still be able to kill with how high my stats are. But maybe one person in the stream will understand what I'm thinking of. And I am not really allowed to say what that is. But my goob trainer is... I do have a goob trainer, is my point. Don't worry. Get your mind out of the gutter, I swear. It's long, but... It's just hitting me. How dumb that sentence is. When is the OnlyFans? I don't know. I did actually try to make an OnlyFans at one point, quite a while ago. But my ID, I didn't get a good enough picture. So I got rejected and I just never tried again. Solo's goob trainer any day. The occasional Loire just, I think, it really adds a lot. Goob trainers are extremely powerful, it's true. What's the thing? How would you adapt to goobing and going Super Saiyan? The only thing I know about... Okay, so I saw 1 or 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z a long time ago on like 4Kids or something. Whatever they aired it on here in the States. I should not be going to 4 Kings with this low Estus. I don't know why I quit out. I need to... No. Okay, that one was definitely on me. Anyway, how would you adapt Super Saiyan into goobing? Because all I know about Dragon Ball Z is that they did Super Saiyan 2 at some point, and that was the episode that I watched as a child. And it like almost killed Goku or something. And then now they're on like God Super Saiyan or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z. Bench press 2 hippos. No, I was gonna say I wish I could do that, but no, I don't. I'm too puppy girl to want to be strong. Welcome, Brenda. Tying that back and being puppy girl. God. You know, the thing is, I feel like I'm kind of stereotypical because, like, trans girl with she, it pronouns. And I just added that to my pronouns too. God. Finally awake at these hours. Ultra goobs. Sometimes I worry for my community. It pronouns real? Exactly. I had never really considered it until recently. Because I was talking to someone who knew someone who had its pronouns. I'm like, wait. Like, I've known people with it pronouns, but I never really, like, considered it for myself. And then I did. I'm like, wait, that's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. Cute. I like Goats is goobing cutely live on stream. No, please. Everything's fine. Should probably have my shield equipped. Okay, do me a favor and don't use your magic. You jerk. That's so rude. Don't even have RTSR equipped. That was a bad time. Okay, what's the damage? Not the best. I guess for the speed of the weapon, that's not bad. Actually, yeah, this isn't bad at all. Okay, that was a little greedy, but we're good. You ever have the second king spawn behind the death of the first king so you can't see it and you get hit because you just couldn't see it coming? Counter damage. Oh god. No. I don't really know why I like it. I mean the she I think is obvious, but the it, I don't know. I just thought about it and started liking it. I wonder if it has to do with like relationships to other people. I'm dead. Pronouns are so cool. I use all of them. That's so awesome. But yeah, genuinely, my wanting to use it was just kind of like a, oh, that feels nice more than anything. Binary thing? Because, I mean, I guess it is technically non-binary because it is outside of the binary. But, I don't know. Also, I didn't warp to Anor Londo on accident. I want more Estus. Just looks cool. I don't know. It's not even that it looks cool. It just feels nice, I guess. And it's not like it's a difference in my gender identity. It's in addition to it more than anything. Like I am a she, but I am also now an it. That's kind of how I feel about being a girl too. Like it feels nice more than anything. Like it just feels like who I want to be. One of my favorite quotes, I think, is really funny. It's from Warframe, but it's dream not of who you are, but of who you want to be. And I really, really love that quote. A feminine object? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't even really see myself as an object. I wonder, unironically, I wonder if it has to do with the whole puppy girl thing. Part of the AI, yeah. I'm not sentient. I'm an it. Hello. I am AR? Or EM? EMR? One of those, I'm sure. I am attack rating. I feel like robot girls are a very common trope. Not necessarily a common trope, but it's like a trope in media. But I don't know many people who actually want to be... What? Hello? Did I just go completely the wrong way? Oh god. What an interesting turn of events. How did I just go, like, the opposite way of where I was supposed to? Okay, dispel that. And then damage. Maybe RTSR would be good. Along with Leo Ring. Give me extra... Oh, wait, no, I can't use both. Never mind. Just just kidding. I feel like counter damage is easy enough to get on 4 kings that it makes sense to use Leo Ring over RTSR. Why was that not counter damage? Go full Ghost in the Shell. Ah. Oh, okay. I forget about that hitbox sometimes. Yeah, like I do definitely know people who want to be a robot for like body image issues, but also just because like identity things similar to Therians or whatever. I just feel like it's a less common than a lot of other identities. Mechanical women. The term biological women is so weird to me because trans women are objectively biological women. Like, biology isn't just gonads, right? So I don't understand why biological was the term they went with. Because, like, no, I still have no idea how to dodge that without just running away. Yeah, I know. In my brain, I am still woman, which is biology. Psychology is biology. Hello, Phala. Phalia? I am so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Robot girl with puppy ears. They don't know what they're talking about? True. That is very true. I just think it's funny that they went with the term that describes trans women also as their thing that makes cis women different or whatever. Also, the split damage made it so I did less damage to the overall boss health bar than the 4 kings themselves, which is funny. Can I level up? Yeah, obviously I can. I don't know why I said that like a question. There we go. I feel like endurance is more important than vitality right now. They are dumb. Transphobes are very stupid. I don't know. A lot of them are also just ignorant, but it feels like the 4 kings boss weapon. I mean, who needs vitality? Just don't get hit. Unironically, for me, at this point, vitality isn't super useful for most runs, but it is nice to have. I'm gonna go get Duke's Archives out of the way, I think. Yeah, we're all biological women. We all started with the X chromosome, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. And even then, like, even if you are a binary sex, your chromosomes and gonads and like gametes, it's all a weird combination. There's such blurred lines even when you fall perfectly within one of the 2 boxes. It's just a very blurry mess. And even going down to biological essentialism, it just doesn't make sense to say that it's a binary. So whatever. I don't know. I don't think a lot of it is intentional stupidity or malice. I do think a lot of it is ignorance. It's like, whatever. Am I a 1 or a 0? Oh, binary, right? Okay. Oh, no bonk? That's crazy. Wait. Oh, ouchie. Go to the side. Side of the boards. Safer. Maybe I should have leveled vitality. No, not Firelink. I'm pressing down, I swear. What's a +2? Question mark. Okay. I'm not gonna die to the boars this time. Actually, it's probably better to just run past. Dying to the boar is a -2. It's true. I'm a +2? Oh, right. I forgot. Considering I just started using it, I guess it kind of makes sense that I'm not used to that yet. Yeah, I mean, queer creators tend to attract a queer audience, but you're definitely not like the only straight person who watches me, but you are one of the few who are consistently in my streams. There's somebody named Letty in my Discord who is one of the few like cis straight men in my Discord. Somebody made a joke. I think it was Geophyte made a joke about Letty being in their trans pipeline. Men? Yeah. Yeah. Please let us all come to our senses and not accept the gender mania. Who the fuck? I genuinely, I swear to God, I know I don't need to make a big deal out of it, but I don't try to swear on streams because I know that does bother some people. But whatever. Okay. Who is Cristiano Ronaldo? We are all Cristiano Ronaldo. Who is that? I've never heard that name before. The absurd specificity of the person makes it really hard to tell if they're joking or not. A soccer guy? Yeah, I'm very much not a sports ball person. It would make sense that I've never heard of them. I think it would be funny if that person was being genuine, but also kind of disappointing. Okay. Yeah, I am very much not a sports girly. I feel like me basically exclusively streaming and playing Dark Souls on my channel should be evidence of that. Yeah, it's a very slow R2. I meant to jumping attack, but I missed the input timing. Good at kicking balls. Oh, okay. We have Cristiano Ronaldo in the chat. Everything's fine. That makes everything make more sense. I think Seath is actually weak to lightning. I don't think he's resistant, at least. I'm pretty good at doing some things to balls. Like, fidgeting. I have a lot of fidget toys. Oh, that's without Hornet Ring. I forgot to put Hornet Ring on. Thanks for your lack of resistances. I love how many innuendos we have during the streams. Intentional and otherwise. Probably wouldn't be resistant, yeah. But I don't know how, like, weak he is to it. I should probably put on curse-resistant armor. Just in case. Hello? Seath? Are you okay, buddy? Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to get cursed. Shouldn't be too incredibly difficult. As long as I don't die to one of the laser attacks. Yeah, there we go. See the sleepy. Relatable. Yeah, I swear, when I play the game normally, well, when I'm not streaming, so many fewer glitches happen. It's really funny. I guess it's because a lot of the time that I play, I am streaming. But I do record a lot of challenge runs, so. Hopefully this shouldn't be a super long stream. I mean, only, well, actually, DLC might be a little annoying. We'll see. Alright. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I played this game a lot, I swear. What? No, wait, please. You know, if I were to die, that's not that bad of a way. Yeah, I think the thing with like sexuality and being more open and accepting with not only different sexualities but also sexuality generally, kind of lends to queer people being a lot more okay with innuendos and not more part of the culture, because sexuality is part of identity and straight people don't really think about that very often. But queer people think about sexuality and identity a lot more, so it just kind of lends to that. Can't spell sexuality without sex. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I suppose you could if you were just going for the pronunciation, but technically that's an incorrect spelling. Nerd emoji. I also don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time. I feel like I should more, actually. Like I do sometimes. Hello, discombobulator. Ouchie. Ooh, that range is actually insane. I forget that this is the longest weapon in the game. I know that's like the stream title and everything, but like I just don't think about it because range isn't very important in this game most of the time, at least for how I play it. Discombobulator is a very cool name. So far it's passable. I wouldn't say it's so good. I mean, it's not bad. Not as bad as I was expecting anyway. Not about range, is how you use it. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's you got to know how to use different levels of range too, you know? You can't just be content with one range. Sometimes you got to know how to use other ranges, other people's ranges too. A very normal Dark Souls stream. It's easy to use and has long range, sure, but it also has not great damage. I don't know. I think can't really think of any other high range weapons. But like generally, I prefer high damage to range. Like the Painting Guardian Sword one was really easy. That said, I did a bow run for a video. Actually, that's the one I used hyper mode on, and it was so incredibly easy because of the range. It was kind of funny. Some weapons are big and some are small. That's okay. Exactly. I wonder... I don't usually watch other Dark Souls streamers. I used to watch Lobos a lot. I haven't for a very long time, but I don't remember him making a lot of innuendos. I think the combination of Dark Souls and being queer is what brings out the innuendos. Will the jump attack one shot? It won't. It's not even close. Jeez. I feel like there's got to be other queer Dark Souls streamers who make a lot of innuendos, right? I can't imagine a lot of the ones who do innuendos are straight, though. Dark Souls is just like that. Look, when I see Gwendolyn, or yeah, I was gonna correct it to Guinevere, but I feel like Gwendolyn is more accurate. You know, his snake feet and everything. It's just too much. You say damage doesn't matter, but I disagree. Mostly because for me, if I'm in a long fight I tend to get sloppy if I stay in it too long, just because endurance, you know. But maybe that's just me. All right, Minna, you'll have to let me know when you're gonna stream. I'll hop in. Snake feet, girlies. I mean, personally, I consider Gwendolyn a guy, but snake feet, definitely. I do really want to do a bow only run in Remastest because I know Remastest buffs bows, but I don't know how it buffs bows. I think it's fire speed and damage, and if it's that, then bow only in Remastest would be insanely easy, probably easier than with guns. Well, actually, I didn't really use RTSR with the gun in that run. I don't know. Snake feet girlies male, true. I suppose Gwendolyn's gender doesn't really matter in terms of like attraction, but there's more to a person than that. I think Gwendolyn's story is really interesting. I mean, I did make an entire video essay about it. That was the last video essay I did, huh? I want to do more video essays. I really like doing video essays. I mean, I guess maybe you can kind of consider Unremarkable and Odd Places a video essay, but yeah. Also, that video is still getting a lot of views. It's at, I think, 144,000 right now, which is absurd. That is so many views. I'm glad that one is getting a lot of views, though, because I did put a lot of effort into that video, and I really like it. His pet snakes are girls? Okay, understandable. That makes everything make sense. More to a person than whether their feet are snakes or not, definitely. Dark Souls 1 smash or pass. Look, actually, if you like include bosses and stuff and like all the all the NPCs, all the enemies, all the bosses, maybe some random items, like I'd smash a Divine Blessing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really want to do Unremarkable and Odd Places for Dark Souls 2, but I want to clear out all the enemies manually, like without using cheats. Just because I feel like if I use cheats, I'm going to miss a lot of areas, but if I do it manually, I'm going to immerse myself in the world and see a lot more than I would otherwise and all that. So that's going to be a very long time in the making. I do also want to do Demon Souls Unremarkable and Odd Places, which would take less time, so I'll probably end up doing that first. I kind of already have a couple places written down for 1-1 and 1-2. Wow, that is technically damage. At least it staggers. No, the range is very good for the clams. Oh, the lightning is good for the clams too. I didn't even think about that. Okay. See time. Damage? Question mark? Damage! Wow. Technically. Stop objectifying objects. Clam be upon me. What a terrible curse. Woe is me. Dark Souls men tier list with all the enemies and items and bosses. I feel like... Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did he do that so far away like that? Okay, whatever. More damage. I'm not gonna do the tail cut. Tail cut on Seath sucks. With all the NPCs and bosses. Just the original was mine. Right, okay. I'm excited to... Well, I don't know. I feel like a tier list would be less fun than just smash or pass. Because then I'd have to, like, create a lot more justifications and stuff. Yeah, I get that I should do the tail cut because it sucks, but, like, do you really want me to have to run all the way back down to Seath when I fail it, you know? I feel like that's just not worth it. True, 2 tiers, yeah. Okay, have a good night, Brenda. Sleep well. Thank you for joining while you could. Endurance, please. Let me attack more than twice. Or 3 times. Bit of chaos. Why not? 200 words per character. Honestly, that wouldn't be that bad to do. I feel like it would just be really repetitive. But that would be kind of funny. Ceaseless discharge. I suppose so. Okay. Lightning bone stick. I will do my best to poke everyone to death in a remarkably non-dying fashion. Would I smash Smough? No. I would if I was into men. However, I am not into men. Therefore, no. However, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my Smasher Pass will be slightly skewed because of that. There are a couple exceptions, like Laurentius. Are you kidding me? It's impossible to say no to Laurentius. Smough would smash you. True. Not affectionately, but I don't know. I think you'd enjoy it. I think it would be affectionate, just like not like what we'd consider affectionate, you know? He would eat my bones in a romantic way. Well, Miyazaki didn't name it Ceaseless Discharge, right? He named it something in Japanese. And then the translators named it Ceaseless Discharge. I can't imagine they did that on purpose. Oh yeah, good point. Would if into men is a good tier. Cutely murders you. If I was into men, I would absolutely let Smough crush me and eat my bones. Ornstein would probably not be my type if I was into men, but it's hard to say. Because, like, I don't know. Quelaag, I feel like, is the closest to Ornstein in terms of, like, body type and everything. So I feel like I probably wouldn't be into Ornstein just because I'm also not that super into Quelaag. Wait, how much does this you on a scale from 1 to 5? What do you mean? Is it like a test, like a psychology testing? Or in what context is this, I suppose? Guinevere is an obvious yes. You're not into giantess and she isn't real, true. But like, if you can still touch her, then I feel like being real isn't that important. I don't think you can touch her because any damage immediately dissipates her, right? So maybe not. What does a real Guinevere look like? Because like there are statues, right? But how big is the real Guinevere? Because Gwyn has statues too, and he's not that big. Smash Capra Demon? I wouldn't. Once again, just because I'm not into men. Too masculine for me. I feel like not getting goo on the sheets is kind of difficult. That's not really... I'm not taking that into consideration. But once again, Artorias is too masculine for me. Guinevere has 2 HP, that would make sense. I'm trying to think of bosses. Well, I mean, like, obviously I'd smash Kalameet, right? But that one's obvious. The Hellkite Drake, obviously. I'm trying to think of things that aren't drakes. That would be like, oh, really? The Taurus Demon would absolutely be a if I was into men. And it's not because the Taurus Demon is a man, but because it's masculine, you know? Smash or pass Demon Fire Sage? Smash, absolutely. No, not even a question. All 3 Asylum Demons. Absolutely. No questions asked. At that point, just get rid of the sheets. Oh yeah, the upcoming Taurus Demon mod. Yeah. If that... I do not think it will get made, but if it does, I would absolutely love to play through that with Tori. That would be so much fun. Very funny. Crow Demon? Yeah, obviously. That's like... Who wouldn't? Crow Demon is such an obvious smash. Bridge Hellkite has its own category. Triple S tier. And only the Bridge Hellkites there. Yeah, Pasakas are also very much a given. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be allowed to stream that. I like goats. I thought I wasn't going to make it. See, this is where the range comes in handy. Assuming you're not locked on. There we go. I don't know. Centipede Demon. Centipede Demon, no. But Romina? If you know who that is. Absolutely, no questions. Like, I missed because I was locked on. I forgot that it doesn't aim for you. The sewer slimes? Not the sewer slimes, no. If there were cleaner slimes, then yes, but I don't want to get 17 diseases immediately. The weapon isn't bad. It's not great damage, but other than that, it's pretty good. Like, I don't know. I'd rather have higher damage, but it's not super low either. And it has insane range. Stop jumping away! Stop jumping all over the place, you fucking freak. Such a good bit. Instability damage. Yeah, I don't know, damage is fine. Not a weapon I'll probably be using in the future, but I'll probably do Murakuma next stream. I've been wanting to use that for a while. I think that'll be fun. A 5-sum with the 4 kings. True. Okay, so the 4 kings, would it be as individuals or all at once? Because that would definitely change things. Like, if it was all at once, it would be an if I was into men, but if it was only one at a time, it would be a no. Yeah, I know a lot of people stand by the Murakumo. I just never used it. Playing through mods for Dark Souls. Eventually, I want to do Nightfall or whatever it's called. The one for Dark Souls 1 that came out a couple years ago. Or a few years ago. I don't remember how long ago it came out. It's been a while now. Because I played the demo and didn't love it, but I did want to try the full mod and I just never did. Generally, I like using weapons that most people haven't used. Like, I can't imagine most people have used the Demon Spear, for instance. But when it comes to something like the Murakumo, I'm using it because everyone's used it and I haven't. Smash Dark Wraiths? Maybe. Depends on the day. Okay. Here we go. They do have the Dark Hand Grab and the Fancy Sword. That's true. They do kiss you. Second phase? No? Really? That's kind of surprising. This damage is not bad. I forget how fast this weapon is. Oh god. What? I forget how bad Centipede Demon's hitboxes are. Jesus. They aren't skeletons. Their armor just makes them look like skeletons. I think we talked about this in the stream last week, actually. When they're in the break room, they leave the mask on, but they're completely naked otherwise. When they're, you know, hanging out in the abyss between shifts. Yeah, very cool hitbox, Miyazaki. Velka's Rapier? The main problem with Velka's Rapier is it's in the Painted World, which I feel like a lot of people explore, but by that point, you probably have a more complete build. It also does split magic damage, so people who know about the weapon probably won't be using it, just because split damage, especially magic split damage, or I guess not necessarily especially, but like with how the scaling works and everything, it's just not great damage. I don't know. It's one that I did want to use at some point, and I did have planned to stream with, but I never ended up doing that for whatever reason. But I think that would be a fun stream. Collecting it would probably be the hardest part of that stream. Okay. Now I can do actual damage, I think. Was that a stagger? What? I had no idea the Centipede Demon could even stagger. Was that what that was? Yeah, but yeah, I don't think Velka's is super popular, especially compared to something like Ricard's, which has a very unique moveset otherwise. And like actually good damage. But I would like to do a build with Velka's at some point. There we go. Like, it's not a terrible weapon. Again, I feel like my measure for what a good weapon is different from most people. um, just because, like, I've used a lot of weapons in this game, and some weapons have really, really good damage. But, like, this I don't consider a good weapon, right? It's decent. Yeah, I could probably get Velka's within 40 minutes of starting the stream. And that's accounting for the time that it would take to fail send skip a few times. But I think that would be a fun run. I did do a... Yeah, the grab did 0 damage. If you mash, you can get out of it before it hurts you. I did do a Ricard's Rapier build on stream one time. Because Trev did a video doing the highest DPS, like mathematically highest DPS, and used Ricard's Rapier. And then I streamed it, I think, either the week after or the week after that. That's really fun. I think I'll do Murakumo next week, and then maybe the week after that, Velka's? I don't know. Maybe Velka's would be more interesting than the Murakumo, though. Maybe give myself a break from split damage, though. I'll do Murakumo next week, and then Velka's next. Assuming nothing comes up. And then... Yeah, I won't be able to stream in September. Or, I mean, first couple weeks of September. I didn't take fall damage. Cool. Rolled at just the right time. Sister is still peak fiction. I hated that run. I feel like if I had built for it better and hadn't just rushed straight to the weapon, it probably would have been better damage. And I probably wouldn't have skipped everything, but... Yeah. I don't know. After doing that run and then doing a run with the Ghost Blade, I'm really not sure which weapon is worse. I think I would still go with the Dragon Bone Fist, even knowing that I could have built for it better. But like the Ghost Blade is also really terrible. So I don't know. I want to make once I use every weapon in the game, I do want to do like a ranking weapons worst to best. What is my favorite weapon? Probably the Scythe. Not the Great Scythe, but the Scythe that's actually a Bardiche in the Halberd class. But honestly, the Gargoyles Halberd is also really good. Because I like the polearm with like the overhead swing moveset. But I think Bardiches are just really cool. So probably the Scythe, yeah. So I want to do a PvP build with Fister Sister? You definitely should. I think that would be really funny. Dang, super difficult fight. Yeah, the Life Hunt Scythe, that was a really fun run to do. Especially maxing out my bleed resistance, that was really funny. That was a very fun video to make. A big shrimp claw on a stick. I saw somebody on I think it was the Fextra Life comment section, said it looked like a crab claw that was just stretched in Photoshop really poorly. A simple longsword run? Like just using the longsword and nothing else. I do want to do starting weapons for all the classes, just to see like which one has the best starting weapon. Or starting gear, rather. Just like normal runs without getting any new gear. And so I'd be doing a longsword run for that. Sword and board run? Yeah, when I do the starting gear stuff. I could do a few streams in a row. Or like just 2 weeks of streaming. And get my footage that way instead of doing it off stream. I did a Demon Great Axe run. I think it was called How Hard is Dark Souls with the highest AR possible or something. But I did do that run as like a scripted thing. A massive crab claw on a shelf next to you. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't expect shellfish puns, to be honest. I probably should have. It occurs to me that I have not drank any water at all this stream, so I'm gonna do that. On the bright side, I might not have to pee halfway through. How hard is Dark Souls? I think it depends on who's playing. Speaking of having shellfish in your room, estrogen turned me into my mother. I don't think it's actually the estrogen, but I think it's funny to say it's the estrogen. My mom used to take us to like beaches, like rock beaches, so that she could rock hunt, quote unquote, where she would just like find cool rocks and put them in a glass jar, like in the dining room or whatever. I went to a rock beach recently with I went to a rock beach recently, and I just like started instinctively picking up cool looking rocks. I found an entire like whole empty moon snail shell, so that was cool. I have that in a glass jar under my desk. A shark egg? Rocks are cool, I agree. But I don't like them for like any geological reason. Oops. I just think they look cool. That's literally it. That's my whole thing. I also look a lot more like my mom now. I used to look like my dad. I was, well, I'm glad I don't look like my dad anymore. I used to live on the beach, not on the beach, but like 10 miles from the beach, so I would go to the beach all the time. I don't love the beach, but it can be fun to go every so often. Okay. No! I was looking for that, and then I didn't see it coming. HRT makes you look like your mom, yeah. I got a pair of sunglasses that was just like the first one I saw on Amazon, which happened to be the same sunglasses that my mom wore, and I put them on. And I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, damn, I look exactly like my mom. Good challenge runs to start with. I mean, soul level 1 is always a good one, right? But well, yeah, soul level 1 really gets you in the spirit of challenge runs because it's more about your gear and understanding the game than, you know, just like leveling past everything. So like fire reinforced club does insane damage for soul level 1. Or like pyromancy, you can use a lot of pyromancy to just boost your damage to an insane amount. You have to learn the bosses relatively well, especially once you get to the DLC. You'll probably end up using weapons that you've never used before. But soul level 1 is really good. Something like specific weapons that are generally considered bad is also really fun. Like I like bow only was a really fun run to do. I have a video. Okay, so I want to finish the video in time to upload it this Sunday. And I want to call it like something along the lines of bow only is not a challenge run. But that's coming from the perspective of a challenge runner. As a casual player and as like a first-time challenge runner, bow only is a very, very good challenge run. Because it makes you play in a way that you wouldn't normally, which is my favorite kind of challenge run sort of thing. Whip isn't much of a challenge run, but once again, it does force you to do something that you might not do otherwise. And have lower damage, at least for a little bit. No, please. How am I dying to Bed of Chaos? Bed of Chaos is not hard. Oh, of course there are loud cars outside. I would close my window to make it so you couldn't hear that, but then I'd probably die of a heat stroke, unfortunately. I do love Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos is fun. I'm just suffering from skill issue. This is entirely on me, I promise. I would use a bow, but I only have, like, what? Yeah, 10 arrows left. I don't think that's enough. Whip only is hard. You look sexy, Party Slayer. Yeah, true. The whip video I did the other day, or a couple weeks ago, was really fun. That was one of my favorite videos to record, just because of how dramatically my mindset changed through the run. Like, oh, this weapon sucks, to, dang, this is a pretty good weapon, and I will be using it in the future. Bed of Chaos Part 2, where you just start playing Celeste. I agree. That would be really fun. Fallout New Vegas is also a trans game, though. How many times do I need to die to move it down on the tier list? I think you're wondering how many times I have to die to move it up on the tier list, actually. Seriously, though, this is genuinely, unironically skill issue, because I'm just not timing my dodges. But, yeah, I don't know. I like Bed of Chaos. I do genuinely really like Bed of Chaos. Yeah, Ultra Kill. I forgot about Ultra Kill. It's not that everything is a trans game. It's that a lot of trans people happen to play these specific games. Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive. But I feel like that's only because there is a trans woman in Guilty Gear Strive. Oh, we're good. Everything's fine. Get up. Get up. Go, go, go. Everything's fine. See, if I had healed, I would have done that first try. I don't think Hollow Knight is a trans game. I feel like that's just a popular game. That's the one that I do disagree with. Because, like, most trans games, people make, not, like, part of their identity, but, like, hey, I really, really like this thing, like I do with Dark Souls. Probably because of autism, actually. I think trans games are actually just autism games, because most trans people have autism, and it just kind of becomes their special interest, or hyperfixation. Fake gamer. You haven't rage quit yet. You're not a real gamer. The only thing I think that I can say that I specifically do not like about the Bed of Chaos is that this beard can just knock you off like that. I should have been more careful. Okay. Yeah, true. A lot of trans people are very much gamers, probably because of just like the whole thing that Gen Z people, trans Gen Z people are more likely to be open about being trans, you know, and like actually transition, rather than more often millennials and boomers who will deny it and just like pretend to not be trans and just push it down because it's so much more socially acceptable, sort of thing. Yeah, that was a very good example. I think, yeah, that was well, like, again, the thing about Dark Souls, it's a very easy game to like, it's my special interest, right? And there are a lot of people who are trans and who are into the series, but more so trans people who it is their special interest, because it's such an easy game to focus on and have it become a special interest. So I would argue that Dark Souls, New Vegas, and Celeste are all definitely trans games. Yeah, the trans girl to autistic girl pipeline to puppy girl pipeline is very, very real, and I fell down it. Staying inside and talking to them. Okay. I don't like New Vegas, and that's 100% like just my preferences. I just don't like the gunplay. I don't like the exploration. I don't like the story. So like, it's not like all trans people are gonna like all the games that are commonly associated with trans people. But more often than not, the majority of the fan base in a lot of spaces is trans. 230 hours in Celeste, Dark Souls, Ultra Kill, and Fallout New Vegas combined. Wait. 230 in all of them combined? Like, as in, if you combine the time that you have in all of them, it's over 230 hours? Or as in, you have that much time in each of them? Because I have like 800 hours in Dark Souls. So My timescale might be a little bit different. Undertale and Deltarune, true, because there are a lot of genderqueer characters. So I feel like any game with an openly genderqueer or a trans character will just become a trans game because a lot of trans people will be like, oh, I'm just like that trans character. I'm just like Madeline, or I'm just like, I don't know, Bridget. Celeste is a very beautiful game, but it is very, very difficult. Well, okay, so I say that. It's very difficult relative to a lot of games. I don't know. I didn't have too much trouble with it. I think I had a few hundred deaths in the first time I beat it, but like I never beat Farewell. So if I had beaten Farewell and like all the seasides and stuff, it probably would have taken me a lot longer. I did do quite a few other B-sides though. Those were really fun. Over 1,000 hours in Fallout New Vegas, Jesus. You like a drive? I'm confused. What is drive? Your skewed idea of difficulty? Yeah, I don't know. For me, I didn't like difficult games for a long time. And then I played Dark Souls and that changed everything. And I started really liking difficult games. Like I would do difficult things in games a little bit. Like I did a couple Breath of the Wild challenge runs, like bow only or whatever. But those aren't particularly difficult. At least I wouldn't call them that. Oh god. Hey. Oop. Oop. What? Oh, okay, there's a third one. Normally that third one doesn't aggro. That was confusing. Yeah. I feel like Celeste is a pretty niche game for a lot of people. Or not for a lot of people, it just is a niche game. I don't know what I'm talking about. Is Binding of Isaac? Oh yeah, Binding of Isaac is queer. I forgot about that. I haven't played Binding of Isaac. That's not true. I played it a little bit, a long time ago. Like I pirated it on my grandma's laptop or whatever. I own it on Steam now. I just haven't played it yet. I've heard a lot of good things. Just haven't had the drive to play it yet. I have played Dark Souls Remastered. In fact, I have a video doing a playthrough with only a gun. That was a very fun run video. I wanted to make a joke in some challenge run. I don't remember what it was, but I wanted to make a joke where I started shooting the boars. Or no, I played as a boar and shot Seath to death because I didn't want to do the Seath fight in the challenge run because I don't like fighting Seath. And like a stop resisting kind of thing. I feel like that would have been funny, but I really do not remember what challenge run I wanted to do that in. Like to get the iron set with the boar mask. Funnily enough, the only person I know who plays Binding of Isaac consistently is one of the few cis straight people, cis straight men even, in my Discord. I think that's pretty funny, considering the undertones and, well, honestly, overtones of Binding of Isaac. Yeah, I feel like just being openly queer makes a lot of queer people be more likely to enjoy it because, you know, like relation and representation and all that, which is like why pretty much all of my community is queer, which is great. Not that I wouldn't like more straight and cis people to be in the community. I just think it's really nice to know that I have a safe space for queer people. Because like, I don't know, I didn't watch many queer in a community centered around like that space for at least a few people is very, very nice. My whole thing with making content and doing things, you know, like how I do things in life is I just want to make people happy. So Yeah, being accepting of people who are different will make them more likely like you. That's true. I don't know. I feel like there aren't that many cis straight creators or like, non-queer creators who are openly rejecting of queer people. And in fact, a lot of them are very, very accepting of queer people openly. Um, but it feels like their queer followings are also smaller. There are exceptions to that. Like obviously Nathan Apollo is a cis het guy, but his fan base is largely queer. So, yeah, I don't know. It just feels like being queer, that representation is also a big part of why my community is almost entirely queer. Oh, the meteor shower. I forgot about that. I was going to watch that, and then we forgot about it, so we just didn't. Okay. I still have no idea if that person in earlier this stream said something about queer mania. I still have no idea if they were being genuine. Okay. Will that avoid the ground stab? I assume so, right? I hope so. Let's see. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, Nito, I get the joke. First time. It's only the funny. I know words. I swear. It's like my job to know words. Every melee weapon works? Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh god. No, please. No. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hi. Okay, I suppose that works too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill Nito fast enough before the Toxic kills me. I guess we'll see. This does have pretty decent DPS, but... yeah, I don't think... Oh god. Especially if I start getting hit by skeletons. Ouch. Yeah, like that. That's a perfect example of what I don't want to happen. I guess we'll see. If I just be super aggressive, I might be able to. Oh god. No! If I had used a humanity, I definitely would have been able to, but I don't think I have time now. Oh, okay. That works too. Top 10 words? Okay. Goob. Definitely up there. We got, I don't know. All you really need is Goob, to be honest. That's my entire top 10 list. All 10 are Goob. Skeleton, sort of. Yeah, okay. I love bad puns. Yeah, I know you can take slightly less damage. I actually tried to do that, but I missed the actual exact position. I actually had to do that in my bow run so that I could get a not more consistent RTSR setup, but an easier one. Set on our No. You know, I think that was the first time that's ever happened, actually. What a way to die. Just for later, just in case. I'm gonna do that. J.K. Leeds is the bad pun Dark Souls creator, exactly. I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned him earlier. Several people have said that my like deadpan delivery in my scripted videos would work really well and be really funny with the jokes that J.K. Leeds writes. I did fall off. I'm the first person in all of history to fall off there. I don't know if it was very obvious, but I was sighing at the humorous joke. Kadar? Maybe it's because he's British. I mean, like, Illusory Wall is gay, I think. Yeah, he has it in his Twitter bio. But I don't know about JK Leeds. Ow. Okay, that's so cool. Going to be a good run. Yeah. That one took me a little bit longer than I'd like to admit to understand. I'm going to be honest. Okay, Nito, you don't have to do that. We learned. We know that we can do this with this weapon now. It's fine. Oh. Nito, no! Oh. Blocking makes your feet hitboxes spread apart, and the hitbox for the sword is only on the ground. So you just like barely dodge it by there because of where it attacks from. Impression of the death sound was 10 out of 10. Thank you. Yeah, it makes your feet spread apart. Hello, Jackie boy. Welcome. Hopefully, I stop dying to Nito. And we can get into the DLC and have a terrible time fighting Artorias. Freaky, freaky souls indeed. Like how I'm losing my voice because I've drank barely any water this stream. Coops. I mean, to be fair, I've only died twice. Okay. Skull issue. You know, Miyazaki would get freaky with some souls. Okay. That is a lot less damage than I was expecting, actually. Last time I played Elden Ring, I was fighting the worst boss in the series over and over. So I understand your pain. And didn't even beat it. If you know anything about my Dark Souls opinions, and have also played the DLC, you'll know exactly which boss I'm talking about. Ow. Rude. What does Hog Rider have to do with any of this? You know, Nito, you should use that attack when your skeletons are near, so you can kill them for me. Ow. Yeah, like that. Except I don't think that killed the skeletons. Okay, run. Okay. I should be able to win this time, hopefully. Assuming I don't get hit by something stupid. Okay, the long range was not helpful. At least not in that specific instance. Something stupid. Speaking of... Come on. Okay. The grid came out there, but it's fine. Oh, no, it was not Hog Rider. I forgot about Commander Gaius. I'm going to be entirely honest. Oh, jeez. I am trying to avoid saying spoilers. That's why I'm not just saying the name, but it is the final boss for the DLC. And it's so terrible. I hate it so much. Awful, awful boss. Obviously, Nito gets freaky with the skeletons. Why else would they be down there? Like, oh shit, they know. We have to kill them now that they're down here and they've seen us together. DLC time. Yeah, a lot of people are just very open about spoilers. I have an entire channel in my Discord specifically for Shadow of the Erdtree spoilers, so that people don't just say spoilers in the general games chat. And a lot of people are like, oh, when are you going to get rid of it? It's been over a month. But like, so many people just haven't played the DLC yet or haven't beaten it yet. I did not like Mesmer. It was fine. I don't know. It was just a lot of his attacks were more annoying than fun to dodge. Mesmer is not one of my favorite bosses from the series at all. Okay, I literally only have the DLC left, and people are being loud outside, so I'm gonna go close my window. One sec. There's a very large truck outside, which would explain the noise. Skeleton orgies sound like a xylophone orchestra. Yeah, I don't know. Elden Ring is fine. I don't dislike it. Like, I have almost 400 hours in Elden Ring, but a lot of my playthroughs have been with like seamless co-op with people, and that makes it a lot more fun. And my most recent playthrough, like, I'm having fun fighting the final boss, but it's only because of the person that I'm playing it with. I'm not enjoying the final boss at all. It's just fun playing the game with them specifically. So I don't know. I don't think it's better than the base game personally. Like, it has more variety and interesting things and stories and set pieces and stuff, but the gameplay isn't vastly better. I would argue most of the bosses, at least for what I like in the bosses and in my opinion, are generally worse. The only boss that I would say is better is the one, how do I explain it? The pink one. That is my favorite boss in the whole game. And I'd argue that she's the only boss that I think is better than pretty much every boss in the base game. Yeah, I don't know. Elden Ring is good, but definitely, in my opinion, a lot worse than any other of their Souls games. The arthropod baddie, exactly. Yeah, horrible spoilers. I mean, every Souls game has a arthropod baddie. It's just Elden Rings didn't come till later. I feel like that's not a spoiler. Okay, Sanctuary Guardian. Best boss in the best boss in gaming history. Unironically, I love the Bane or the Sanctuary Guardian so much. Dark Souls 3 fell off. True. What's the closest in that game? There's not really anything that's even remotely close, is there? I think Dark Souls 3 is the worst in the trilogy, but I prefer Elden Ring to Dark Souls 3. No, I prefer Dark Souls 3 to Elden Ring. That is so slow. Oh god. Okay, everything's fine. Okay. Counter damage. This is a bad time. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I understand why people like Elden Ring. And like, I probably like Dark Souls 1 specifically, more than most people because of autism. So I understand that as well. But what do you mean Sanctuary Guardian is forgettable? Like, I guess it doesn't have very much health, but aside from that, like, it's such an incredible fight. Its movements are really fast without feeling overbearing. A lot of its attacks whoops. Okay, it has a tail cut, which is cool. And is he only, or wait, no. Kalameet also has a tail cut. But still, tail cut, cool. Its moves, I think, flow together really well. The lightning is a really nice switch up to keep it from feeling very repetitive and rote like the Artorias fight does. I meant to jump back attack. It's fine. Ow. My feetsies. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the Sanctuary Guardian. Really, really good boss. And is genuinely, unironically, my favorite in the trilogy, or in gaming. Really, really love this boss. Oh, not enough range. Darn. Bonk. the only one you didn't like was 2. I think 2 has by far the best level design. Has the best build variety, also by far. Like, Elden Ring is close, but it's just the fact that some weapons in Elden Ring just outclass everything else that makes build variety feel so much worse in Elden Ring. And then, like, the world layout is really good. I really like the build opportunities, like especially with something like ADP. I love Dark Souls 2 so much. I've never understood why it's the least liked one. We don't hate video games. We love video games here. I love all the Souls-likes that FromSoft has put out. I just happen to prefer Dark Souls 1 most. Yeah, the Dark Souls trilogy is insanely good. You hate the runbacks? The runbacks are so much fun. Unironically, okay, I know this is a less popular opinion, especially since they just like outright removed runbacks entirely in Elden Ring. But like boss runbacks add so much to the bosses. The like fear and dread of losing like just disappears when you don't have to do the runback. And I guess people prefer that, but like then there's no incentive to learn well. Like if you can just try again, right? You will learn, and you want to beat the boss, so you will learn the boss. But it just feels so much more intense when you have a run back, especially an annoying run back, and I like that a lot more. And it gives you that sense of, oh my god, I did it. That's so awesome. I'm so cool. A lot easier, in my opinion. But yeah, I really like the run backs. Places in Dark Souls 2 look samey. What? I could not disagree more. Like, I don't know. Well, even like cave areas, right? You have so much variation. Grave of the Saints looks completely different from Brightstone Coast Eldora, which looks completely different from the Ferris place. I forget what it's called. The dragon area looks super cool. Hyde's Tower of Flame is my favorite looking area in any game. Yeah, no, actually, it's definitely up there at the very least. Majula is my favorite game hub generally. And then you have places like outside Drangleic Castle is super cool. The crazy difference that you see when you come up into Iron Keep and how you're just not expecting something like that at all. I love Dark Souls 2 aesthetically. I wonder if I'm going to be able to poise break out of the buff. I hope so. Okay, I want to not spend forever on Artorias. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if that was going to be possible, because I don't think this thing does very much poise damage. This damage is not great, by the way. It's not awful, I suppose, but it's definitely not good. Okay. I feel like that shouldn't have missed, but whatever. Is it safe to get 2 attacks off here? Well, okay, assuming you can actually land them. Come on. Let me get a second attack. It makes me feel cool. Okay. I'm not gonna have time. The Nexus and Demon Souls? I love the music for the Nexus. Demon Souls probably has my favorite soundtrack. The original Demon Souls, obviously. Remake music isn't great. But I love the vibe of the Nexus. I just prefer Majula because I like hubs that are situated in the world more. That's not to say the Nexus isn't really good, because I do love the Nexus, but I just have a slight preference toward Majula. Nope, everything's fine. That was terrifying. My whole life flashed before my eyes. Okay, no, I'm not gonna have time. Do I have any social media to follow? No, but I do have a Discord server that I post stuff in. That's pretty much it. I do technically have a TikTok, but I don't post anything to that. Or if I do, it's like a clip from a stream or whatever. And I get like 10 views per TikTok. So no, Discord is the closest thing. I will catch up on chat messages as soon as I beat the boss. I just don't want to have to redo Artorias. Come on, do something I can punish. Something I can punish safely. There we go, thank you. There we go. Pocket Abyss. Yeah, runbacks in Demon Souls are definitely part of the design. Like, the boss is more part of the level than the runbacks are part of the boss. But I feel like that kind of goes for a lot of Dark Souls 1 too. Not entirely. Like, I think Anor Londo, for instance, is an example where that doesn't necessarily hold true. I don't need vitality at this point. What am I doing? But, like, yeah, I don't know. I understand why people don't like runbacks. I just really do. There are a lot of really unique caves in Dark Souls 2, though, right? Like again, Brightstone Coast Eldora is completely different from pretty much every other cave in the series. Yeah, but like Hides and Majula are very big standouts, and I just love how the Iron Keep looks and stuff. The DLC is also very pretty. Like, Shulva is just a cave, but it looks so good. I love Shulva. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Turn human for the Chester invasion. I didn't know there was a Chester invasion. That's news to me. I feel like that's something that I should know. But yeah, I just don't do invasions. Or I'm not human very often, so I genuinely had no idea there was a Chester invasion. Pretty dark and you don't vibe with that? Dark Souls 2 is actually... for me, like, just thinking back on it, it doesn't feel that dark. But I guess there are a lot of dark areas. The gutter and, you know, similar areas. Then, okay, let's see. Yeah, the brass adds so much. I love the like the kind of plopping, not plopping, but like lumbering sound that the God, what's his name? The hardest boss in the game, the fire one, the flame lurker. His soundtrack is so good because of the brass. Yeah, oh yeah, YouTube, I guess, is also a social media. More little houses? Like in Ulasil? Or what are we talking about? I don't remember. That was too long ago. Okay, the DLCs are my least favorite part of Dark Souls 2. Like, by far. I do like Shulva quite a bit. But there are areas in the base game that I just prefer to Shulva by far. Elium Lois is fine. And Broom Tower is just terrible. I hate Broom Tower so much. Easily my least favorite part about Dark Souls 2. Okay. Don't try to bite me. That's not for you. Dark Souls 3 isn't dark. It's just very desaturated and boring looking. Yeah, there are a lot of like really weirdly surprising things that I don't know about Dark Souls 1 that I feel like I should with how much time that I have in this game. Eventually I'll learn everything, probably. Smelter Demon? Smelter Demon is optional, to be fair, but the runback, that's like one of the runbacks that people hate most, and I don't understand why. I really like the Smelter Demon runback because it's pretty easy to run past everything if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's extremely difficult. So you really have to like force yourself to learn the enemies and what triggers them and what makes them aggro and how they move. I really like that runback. And the Smelter Demon is also one of my favorite bosses in Dark Souls 2. Wake up your neighbors as you rage because of the runbacks. That is something I don't do. I actually don't rage very often. I get frustrated sometimes, but then I just turn the game off and take a break. I just don't rage. I hate how that feels. So I just don't let myself anymore. Dark Souls 3 looks like your grandma's house. Darn. Usually grandmas have pretty interesting houses. Like, it's a lot of extremely saturated dark like greens and blues and stuff. I feel like that's the most stereotypical grandma house. Yeah, the remake, the Demon Souls remake is really good visually, but the way the visuals affect the atmosphere and a lot of the compositions are just worse, in my opinion. I do still love the remake, and I've played through it multiple times, but definitely prefer the original, especially just the vibe. I should probably go around and fight or kill the sorcerer so I don't get obliterated. Actually, I have a better idea. I think this works. So I don't have to go all the way around. I can just run up to it and it should fall down. No, we love Dark Souls here. I would hope. Yeah, there we go. Makes it so you don't have to go all the way around so you don't get back shots when you're running down this. I think it makes sense to point out flaws with things you like. Like I know a lot more flaws with Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, which are some of my favorite games ever, than I do with, you know, like games I never play because I don't like them, like shooters or whatever. I don't know if this makes sense, but Dark Souls 2 is the most romantic of the trilogy. That is such good damage. Oh wait, no, that was counter damage. Just kidding. Dark Souls 2 is the most romantic of the trilogy to me, and I cannot tell you why. It just feels romantic. I cannot explain why, even if I wanted to. Oh, no. There's nothing wrong with getting back shots. It's just that in this context, I don't want back shots, you know? Like, I just want to beat the boss. If anything, I want to give Manus back shots. Not... Okay, look, I know I'm not into men, but he's got a lot going on. I get it. Jesus. I sure do a stream on YouTube about Dark Souls. That's what my streams are about, right? Also, no hitless Manus is kind of sad. Especially with how fast this weapon is, I definitely could have done it. That was a very risky attack. Okay. I do still want to play kind of cautiously because this is going to be a relatively long fight, and I want to beat Manus first try at least. Okay. I used to not know how to read the ring. I would get it confused for the storm all the time. Oh, I cannot believe I just got hit by that. But at this point, I feel like I know Manus well enough to avoid most of his attacks consistently. Like, even the shotgun I can dodge without the silver pendant now. Which was probably one of the hardest attacks to dodge in the game for me initially. Learning Manus was awful, but once you learn Manus, he's one of my favorite in the game. I was looking at chat when he started doing that, so I just wasn't in position to dodge that well, but I did it. Backshots mentioned. I mean, I feel like you should expect that at one of my streams. Actually, are you new? Is this your first stream? If so, I think that's funny. we do get freaky here. Not constantly. This stream has admittedly been a lot freakier than most streams. Oh god. Okay, everything's fine. Best place in Dark Souls to take someone on a date? Are we considering all the trilogy or just Dark Souls 1? Because if we're just talking about Dark Souls 1, I feel like that would go to Ash Lake pretty handily. Like, if we're not considering the dangers. If we are considering the dangers, probably like Anor Londo or something boring like that. Which is still dangerous, but significantly less dangerous. Like, there are even bedrooms there that are completely unoccupied that you could take your date into. Freaky streams. Yippee. Smoking a blunt in the abyss. I feel like that would not be a good idea. Okay. Oh, the whole trilogy. Then I feel like Dark Souls 2, like, once again, Dark Souls 2 just happens to be the most romantic in my brain, and I could not tell you why. But what would be the best place? Majula is a safe pick, obviously. Hides, if you haven't killed the Dragon Slayer and you're just chilling in the first area. I don't know. Top 10 places to smoke weed. I mentioned that in last week's stream, actually. And I really liked how it started without further ado. That was really funny. Okay, trilogy, if there are no hazards or enemies, then yeah. I would say probably Ash Lake. Ash Lake is definitely up there. My opinion of that may have been skewed by Tori because she definitely mentioned that. Irithyll, I feel like Irithyll would be too cold and like uncomfortable. I don't know. There's nothing to do in Irithyll either. It's just kind of like a city. It's a parish, right? So there's a church and that's pretty much it. Tate in the Pasaka's room. Oh, true. I forgot about the Huntsman's Copse. I don't really think about that because it's just like a dangerous area and that's kind of it. But also there are a lot of dead people there. Like even that aren't hazardous, they're just kind of dead people. So I don't think we would remove those. Oh no, it has nothing to do with like the visuals of Dark Souls 2 or like the locations. It's just how I feel about it. I don't even think it's the vibe of Dark Souls 2. It just kind of is to me. Light up the Stubby and usurp the first flame. If I was a stoner, I would absolutely do Dark Souls while high. However, I'm not a stoner, and smoking makes it impossible for me to focus on things. So, no Dark Souls with doobies, unfortunately. Oh, the forest would be nice, true. Majula would be... Well, I guess there's not really anything to do in Majula. It is just kind of a pretty place. That kind of goes for Irithyll as well. Irithyll is really gross, though. I feel like everywhere in Dark Souls 3 is really gross. Just because it's, like, rotted and everything. So I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a bad game to get that from. Dark Souls 2 feels like the least gross to me as well. I don't know. Dark Souls 1 isn't super gross in a lot of places. 92 whole damage. Chippy. The grave of Artorias. True. Lighting a blunt on the first flame. Linking the first flame with a blunt. Dank Souls joke. I honestly didn't think about that. But once again, I'm not a stoner, so that's probably why. Majula at night? Oh, there's like a reshade mod or whatever for Dark Souls 2 that lets you like change the sky in Majula specifically. Oh no! I messed up the last parry. That's disappointing. But anyway, I think it would be really cool to use that mod to make Majula seem like nighttime. The pyromancy flame is for? Probably. Oh, true. You know, like the little combustion you get in Dark Souls 3 when you just tap the button, the strong attack button or whatever. Yeah, I'm not a stoner, unfortunately. Weed just does not do well with my brain. I do have a sleep medicine currently on my desk, like under my monitor, because my bed is next to my desk, or my desk is next to my bed, I guess. But it's like a CBD sleep oil thingy that you drink. And that's the closest I do, or I get to using weed. Dark Souls 3 Anor Londo because of the night? I mean, but you get nighttime in Dark Souls 1 if you take out... I don't know that I would call Yasmania underrated. He's pretty popular. I watch his videos quite a bit. He's pretty good. Laurentius is 100% a stoner. Like, not even close. You can't even come close to denying that. That's 100% true. Yeah, I watch Yasmania a lot. And that's kind of where I learned about the reshade mod where you can change how the sky looks. Yasmania, I don't see him as energetic. He's just kind of chill. I guess he's significantly more energetic than I am, but I would consider myself overly chill in that way for most people, or compared to most people. He doesn't do like scripting or whatever. He just kind of plays the game, which I do sometimes. But I don't know. The way he does it is very specific to him. You know, you wouldn't think a woman would be penetrating. Never mind, I'm gonna stop. I don't know why that popped into my brain. I'm sorry. I apologize immensely for any wrongs I've committed. Yeah, It's not that I think me being chill is bad. It is very unique though. And I think a lot of people watch me specifically because of how unique it is. Also, I messed up the parry because I forgot to drink again. Freaky pellets. I think that makes you the third person to call me freaky pellets. I can't believe I died to Gwyn twice. That's crazy. I suck at this game. Throwing for content, you know. It's noob hours. It's still 5 p.m. It's fine. Still noob hours. Straight up sex innuendos, yeah. Goob pellets. You might be the first one to say that. I don't remember if you are. I feel like either Lautrec or I Like Goats might have said that before, but if they did, I don't remember it. It's absolutely something they would say, but you might be the first person to have said that. Okay. I got it this time. I promise. I swear I'm good at the video game. Goobler gooblets. I don't remember the last stream that Lautrec was in. I think he was in the one... or one of the ones in June. But then obviously I didn't stream for all of July, so it's been well over a month. Oh no. They have found the emojis. Ban every word except goob. Good idea. I'll put it in emote only mode, but the only emote that's allowed is one that just says goob. I don't know if I'm allowed to have custom emojis right now. I think I need a specific number of members or something for that. I have no idea how YouTube emojis work, to be honest. Lautrec has drip. He's just been hugged constantly. That is drip. I want to be hugged constantly. 92 whole damage. There we go. Being very dumb is extremely relatable. I pressed the drink button. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Goob, 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 goob. Once again, I pressed the drink button, but I stream on YouTube instead of Twitch because I despise Twitch and everything they do as a business. Not literally everything, but there are a lot of things that I really don't like about Twitch. It's very closed off as like a social media platform. It's very, I don't know. It's disconnected from everything else I do. I just don't like Twitch. YouTube is just easier for me to stream on too. All right. I did it. Third try. Third try is the charm. Somehow I did terrible at Gwyn. That's... I guess it's not super rare, but it's definitely not super common. It's a very large spear. It's like over twice the player's height. What a good cutscene. So again, Discord link in the description. I feel like I should mention that more because several people have mentioned that they didn't know I even had a Discord server. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.